similar to what I'd been through before, and that was easy before, and so I knew I could do this too.
You placed a great priority on making sure that you attended class each and every week, didn't you?
As I said, I do everything the way it's supposed to be done, and I didn't want to miss any classes, because if you miss a class, it makes it easier for you to miss another one, and if you start missing classes, you lose your focus, and it makes it just harder to continue.
Did you receive a lot of support and affirmation from your fellow class members and group leader?
Yes, and it was an inspiration to them with the success I was having to help them continue on and see things that they could improve upon.
I think people go to class with the mindset that they are going to receive something, which they do. But isn't it true that you also receive by giving your support to other people in the class? For instance, someone could be having a really rough week, and you're there to listen, encourage, and cheer them on.
Yeah, it made me feel good to know that I was helping other people in a major area of their life.
Marty, would you agree that transformation has to be an ongoing process? You never just arrive. Even though you've lost 278 pounds, have you begun to realize that you will have to continue the process of transformation?
It's a lifetime to work on the transformation because it's a never-ending process.
Tell me about some of the most wonderful benefits you've received physically because of your tremendous weight loss. I think you mentioned earlier something about your golf game.
Yes, I learned a whole new swing from my golf game, and it helped. I've greatly improved in that. And I do a lot of sports, and it got to be where I wasn't able to play, just coach teams, and now I'm playing again and playing as well as I did 15, 20 years ago.
That's exciting. Restored health and physical well-being are just two of the great benefits you've received because of your faithfulness. Marty, have you seen any positive changes in your church family since the PRISM program began?
Since I've been on the program and lost the weight, there have been others that have joined the program, and the ones that were on it before and achieved their goal and have been off the program, it's made being around me, well, in church family, we have eating occasions a lot, and it makes them think more about what they're eating when we're together.
It really changes the dynamic of the church potluck, doesn't it?
Yes.
I think people have changed what kind of food they bring and how it's prepared differently than they used to. I've heard from many churches that potlucks have changed. I even heard from a pastor who decided to use brown rice cakes instead of refined wheat crackers for communion. Now that's a big change for the entire congregation. Marty, now that you're maintaining your new healthy lifestyle, have you come to realize that you must continue each day to make wise food choices and continue your exercise?
It's an ongoing process. You got to think about it every day and plan some of it ahead. And it's something that I know for the rest of my life I'll have to work on, just to not fall back to where I used to be.
Now, when you talk about planning ahead, I understand from your leader that your food journal sheets were incredible and that you planned them at least 1 week in advance. I believe that is the easiest and best way to do it, to stay organized. That way you've got your map laid out. All you have to do is follow it each day. Can you explain to everyone how you did that?
Well, I'd fill out my whole journal for the whole week, what I was going to eat each meal, and some of the things that I didn't know, but the portions maybe in advance. I just leave the portion part blank till I got to that day when I portion it out some things, and then those little things were left blank, just the portion amounts, but what it was. So by doing that, it makes your grocery shopping easier. You can buy the things you need when you go to the store, and if you know what you're going to buy, you aren't going to buy stuff you shouldn't be buying.
That's right. Take a list, make sure you don't buy anything that's not on the list, even if it is on sale. And then you would actually come home from the grocery store, weigh and measure portions of your food, then put it in the freezer. So you knew how many 3-ounce chicken breasts or whatever you had available and ready to prepare at a moment's notice.
When it came to the meats especially, I portion it all out and weigh it and mark how many ounces was in each portion and freeze it so that when I was doing my food journal, like if I was having chicken breasts on one of my meals, in a week in advance, I'd write down the ounces on it already and get it all figured, all the calories all figured out and everything in advance.
And that's the way to go. That is the way to do it. It really is. If you can get organized, it will help you so much. Marty, what advice would you give to someone who is just beginning the program, who isn't sure if they can do the program even one day, much less lose 278 pounds if they need to? A lot of them are feeling afraid right now, and you are an inspiration to all of us. Could you share a word of encouragement?
Well, if they just step out and make the commitment, depend on the Lord for help, and just follow the rules and regulations and stick with it, because the short time it takes you to lose the weight is nothing compared to the rest of your life and the longer life.
That's right. Do you believe transformation is possible for everyone?
Everybody can achieve it.
Is it real for you?
Very real.
Thank you so much, Marty. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and I appreciate you coming to share your remarkable testimony with all of us.
Thank you.
Be patient with yourself each and every day this week. As you choose to put the past behind you, realize that you will never weigh as much as you do today. Take care of yourself and reach out for all the physical, emotional, and spiritual good health ahead of you. Remember the words of the Apostle Paul in Philippians 4:13. I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. Have a great new beginning, and I'll see you next week.